Hello everybody. Um, was gonna make that video a while back, but I was talking about this like a year ago. But that was up in the forums. They were closed forums, and what I was wanted to talk to you today was the twin flames and their powers, their talent. Each set of the twin flames possess a specific power. They come with it. Some of them comes in with the nature. Some of them comes in with completely a different, like they working with on some of the professional spheres of life. Some of them work for better food, for better providing for the population. Some of them do a lot of inspirational spiritual work. And each of the twin flames, as a couple, they have a gift. But that gift is only when they're together. And I look at some of the couples that I know that they've been united. I look at their vibrations on it, and the vibrations inside of the soul represents that difference. Represents this divine power that once the soul is united, what it is. A lot of the people ask me the question, well, Dio, what is the mission? What I need to do? What I have to get in on my mission? Or what I have to do as my destiny, even though that if I'm with my twin or I'm not with my twin. And I want to send a message to you guys that if you're really seeking for your mission, there is a reason for it, that you're looking for it. The question is, are you ready for it? It's more proper, because if you feel like you're ready, you will start looking into it. But you need to understand that to step into a mission as a twin flame, it requires one thing. Number one thing is you to be evolve enough as a soul power that you're gonna be coming out and open and giving your power to the service of the general population. If you're not ready for that, you're not ready for your mission to step into it. The missions is always has to do with serving the general public, the society, because by this service you actually change the society, and that's what Twin Flames is all about. Even if you are a bread maker, you can make a bread, but the bread that you're making, you're gonna make it with the vibration with love inside of it, so that bread is gonna be completely different. The people would feel different when they eat that bread. If you, for instance, you're a teacher and you're a professor in a school, you start teaching. When you start teaching your vibrations within you, your soul is gonna start talk within vibrations while you're talking, and the people will catch up not only what you talk, but they're gonna catch up the waves of the vibrations from the soul, and they will understand more what you're doing, what you're saying with your soul compared to what you're saying with your words. And that's what the real power of the twin flame is, that the twin flames talk with the soul, with the vibrations while they speak. And what some of the talents and how can you find your talents is, I will give you one point. You have to go back and look at your inner child, deep inside of you. What is it made out of it? Your inner child have that internal talents inside of you. The best thing to help that child is go watch some movies, specifically kids movies. That will help you to get in touch back with your inner child. And for the twin flames to find your talent, I will suggest you a few movies about this. Number one, I will suggest you to watch all the movies of Tinkerbell. You can there like 4 movies, I believe, 5 maybe. Go and watch it, because in the beginning, when a Tinkerbell was created, she had to be destined her talent, and that her talent was a tinker. And then you discover that there is those magic fairies. Each one of them, they have a specific talent. It could be a light fairy, it could be a water fairy, it could be a fast flying fairy. After that, when the process evolves, you will discover that there is more fairies, there is more talents, and one of those will click to you. One of those talents will be in there. And I will mention that Tinkerbell a lot of this movie, because later on, when a Tinkerbell finds that she's got a twin sister and she's out in the frozen land, there was another story was told about the lovers between the master of the frozen world and the Queen Clarion. They were lovers, and he suffered so much for her, and he protected, though his wings got broke, so he couldn't fly anymore. And they decided to not crossing anymore, but the love always win. So here is a huge lessons out there for the twin flame community, that we bring lessons out there. Our personal life, our personal love stories, they're not much different to stories that somehow they are attached to it. And your story could be tragedy, but brings lessons to the humanity. But your lesson could be happily ever after. I had a message the other day with a lady. She's like, Dio, thank you so much for your videos, I appreciate it, they were great. Just so you know, I totally resonate with what you said about the soul, the love inside of the soul. I met him, when I met him, I offered him such a things, but our hands somehow, they touch each other, and then we felt this incredible spark between us. We don't know what it was, and we went through the stages, we went through everything, and I ended up divorcing my husband. I never cheated him, I never was dishonest, but after 20 years I was I found the true love. I found the true meaning of love, and I could not find the twin flame love. And just so you know that I'm married, I am already 4 years living happily ever after with my twin. And some of the twin flame stories out there, they're gonna be finished that way. They're gonna be happily ever after. The question is that if your story right now is a twin flame, it's a tragedy, what is that lesson is giving into you? What is that bringing into you? And that's going to be attached to your talent, because whatever your story is, your talent is actually the greatest thing to help that story to be told, that story to be overcome, and that story to be do its purpose, which is to teach the lesson, to teach the humanity a lesson. And don't stress out too much of what my mission is. When you are ready, however you're ready, somebody will appear to you and is going to help you to show you the road for your mission. Somebody will tell you, hey, you're a good writer. Hey, you are good um, with machines. Hey, you're good with people. Or hey, you're good with animals. Or you're good with gardens. Because you can be an animal fairy, you can be a garden fairy, you could be a tinker. Nobody really knows until the time comes up for you to go ahead and embody your divine powers that were given into you. To embody those divine powers, though, you have to completely surrender to the universe, and you need to be in a position that you don't fear anymore of the society, what are thinking about you as a twin flame. What is your family thinking about you as a twin flame? You could be with your twin flame. That's perfect. I know some people there, united, and they do their missions together. I hope I see some of them pretty soon. So some of the twins there, like me, they're still not in union, but they do the work simply because the work needs to be done. One way or another, certain works is going to be done at certain time for a certain purpose, because you have to understand, as a twin flame, everything it's got its divine time, divine purpose, divine space, and the divine place, that certain events have to happen at certain times. And it doesn't matter what happened, whatever it is, there is always this divine time when the things are shifting, things are moving, and you getting better and better as a soul, as an evolution. The more vibrations you're getting, the more things you're getting, the more higher you will move up. And when you move up as a vibration inside of the soul, you're going to be connected more and more to the universe. You're going to be more and more balanced. You're going to start seeing the really fruits of everything that you do. There's going to be at this point that you're going to be start removing the bad stuff out of your life permanently. You're going to become this person that you always dream of it, you always knew about it. You're going to start getting in touch with your divine power inside of you, and this is how you're going to start embody your soul. Let me tell you that the embody of the soul, it's when your ego or your I part departed or removed from the control of you, and allow this control, this power to be by the soul, with the connection of the universe and the divine. That's what the embodiment of the soul is. And your talent is going to be connected to this. Your talent will be empowered by this, because this is your God-given gift as a twin flame. There was a people who asked me what else I have to do. Do I have to meditate? Do I have to create certain things? You need to understand that when you evolve, you can do meditations as a regular body meditation, using your chakras and using a nice music on it. But the real meditations is actually happens inside of the soul as in a vibration. You can do your work, but you can meditate at the same time. You can vibrate in the soul, and you can do so many things at the same time while you do your work. Or you can eat, or you can walk in the park. You can do so many things. You don't really have to be in the state of meditation of your body in order to meditate as a soul. because the soul can do incredible things. The soul can go and let's say somebody calls you and say, hey, I got a problem, Dio, could you help me out? Like, yeah, sure, I'll help out. Somebody comes in, they gonna come on and they're gonna solve your problems. Or somebody says like, hey, I such and such is in a problem. He's a friend of mine, could you help out? Your soul will automatically connect from soul to soul and will try to help out with the soul power that it's inside of you. And some of the talents of that, it could be a healing, could be energy blocking, of negative energy blocking. Some of the talents could be information. You can just tell the person, hey, you gotta do such and such. Some of the powers within the soul can involve actually very specific vibrations. Those are vibrations that it's providing from the divine. It's just a divine to flow within you and just to provide that vibration so the souls can get recharged. Some souls to go back connected to God, to the thing, and those are very special twin flames. And I encountered somebody who's got this very specific energy inside of it. That twin flame, I'm going to be talking to it pretty soon. It's possessed the power of the healing mother. She can vibrate on that and can heal the inner child of other people. And I'm not about to talk to her and tell her, hey, this is what your gift is. Now, did I can tell to everybody? Not really. If you're not fully open up your soul, there is no way people can tell you what's with you. There isn't. And also the soul evolve a lot. So while it's the soul shifting and evolving, this vibration will shift. They will transfer from one to another. You can learn, let's say, like a female energy right now, so you can have this mother instinct in you, and once that mother instinct is in practice with someone, you already learn it. Then you're going to be shifted and you're going to learn the masculine energy, and people they're talking to you before, they're like, Dio, what's wrong with you? Or hey, you're different, or whatever happened. That's how you shift. That's how the divine shift works, because you shifted in a different energy of different lesson that you need to learn to evolve. Can the twin flames have a multi-talents? Yes, there is a twin flames out there with multiple talents. That if you want to know more about it, you will probably find the twins that they can do a lot of things. They can do Reiki, they can do send energy from here to whatever, Australia, or they can go ahead and heal the souls right there. They will probably do tarot, astrology, and all that stuff because they learned that in previous lives. They mastered this. So when they have multi-talents, they're just helping more people that way. The other thing about your own talent is you need to search inside. You need to look deep down in your soul. What is your call is. You know what you've been calling for. Like for instance, you could have garden You can be a garden fairy. And all of a sudden you start gardening, and you gardening, but you don't garden like ever before. You created a little Zen garden. All that is your nature call. And you probably will better get the business with the gardening and do magical stuff, because through your gardening you get those vibrations that will help the people on it. You can do a lot of things when you open up your soul, but just to remind you, your soul, it's still underneath the ego. If you have any kind of fear inside of you, and some of the twins there, I have a fear. I have a fear of this, fear of that. I have a fear to be near around my twin. I have a fear to talk to my twin. I fear to blah blah blah. If you have a fear, you haven't. I explained this before. That fear, it's from the ego that put the soul. See, this is the soul that puts the soul into a jail, and the soul wants its freedom. The soul wants to have no boundaries, no limits, no limitations. The soul wants its truth. The soul wants to live free, not to be under any kind of control except divine, because that's what that is. And if it's that divine powers that are inside of you, your talent and your fears will go away with your talent, because with your talent you will see what is your purpose as a soul, and that will help you to overcome the fears that you have on it. And when you start doing a public service with your talent, then you will discover that you will find that peace in the soul, and that peace will help you to live better, to get better, to be what you are. I hope this video helped you, some of you out that asked some few questions. I hope this straightened some of the things out, and be love.